Record.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I want to say Alhamdulillah, thanks to God the Almighty that have given us the opportunity to encounter in this event, either in person or virtually through the internet. Thank you to the committees of the Symposium on Education in Muslim Societies, Women's Scholarship in Education, Pedagogy, Policy, and Development. Thank you also for choosing our proposal to be presented in this good event. We hope that this issue will attract the attention of Muslim community in the world to improve the quality of education. Before presenting, we would like to express our condolence and grief for the earthquake disasters that hit the city of Marrakesh last September. Ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues and I, Hayadin from BRIN, Retno Listyarti from Federations of Indonesian Teachers Union, and Mr. Ilman Hasjim from Indonesia Supreme Court has taken several discussions to prepare these presentations, with the title is Early Marriage and Female School Dropout in Muslim Societies, a classic problem with different causes in Indonesia. Why this is important? As an introduction, most of Muslim countries are underdeveloping countries, and it is a risk of early marriage. Indonesia is one of the Muslim countries with the high rate of early marriage. In the late report of UNICEF said that India is #1 of country with high early marriage, and then Bangladesh, and then China #3, and Indonesia at #4. In early marriage, women face many consequences, mainly loss of opportunity to get a decent education and decent skills for life. Women's school dropouts still frequently happen nowadays, even though the schools are near. Some theoretical basis of the study. Both Islamic law and human rights law share the core value of ensuring equal rights and opportunity for both males and females, especially in the domains of education and life advancement. Marriage in Islamic jurisprudence is permitted after anyone reaches the age of puberty. Indonesia Marriage Law #1, 1974, the age of marriage was permitted at the 16 for girl and 19 for a boy. And then in the law #16, 2019, the age of marriage was permitted at the age of 19 for both girls and boys. So there is shifting from 16 to 19 for girl. The prevailing social construct historically designed that boys as the primary beneficiaries of proper education. Okay, there are many published literature articles and books that explained about school dropout and women early marriage. But however, there are still rare documents focused to explain the women's school dropout and early marriage. So this is the two issues we will discuss in these presentations. So we focus on these two questions. #1, what factors have been contributing to the increasing trend of early marriages in the contemporary age of Indonesia? Number two, how was the early marriage affect female school dropout in Indonesia? To answer these questions, we used primary and secondary data, focus group discussions with teachers in school, headmasters, parents, and students to find informations and data. Okay, here is the findings of our studies. Dropout rates in the last 5 years, but let us see the last 3 years after the stipend policy introduced in Indonesia. In the last 3 years, in 2020, there are 5,247 of women dropped out. In 2021, there are 4,500 of women drop out. In 2022, there are 4,561 of women drop out. The next data, this figure explains about the number of applications for underage marriage dispensations. In the last 3 years, we can see that there is still a high rate of early marriage. In 2020, there are 64,196 of underage marriage dispensation applications. In 2021, there are 62,913 of underage marriage dispensation applications. In 2022, there are 52,094 of underage marriage dispensations application. Yeah, however, there was a possibility of hidden early marriage recorded in court office, in religious court office. The other findings show us the triggered factors of women early marriage. There are cultural, pregnant out of wedlock, parental concerns of avoid adultery, low level of parental education, worried about something undesirable happening, promiscuity and lack of parental supervision, violate Islamic law, already closely related, worried about falling into disgraceful behavior, avoid public slander, have often slept together, reduce economic burden, and running away from home with their partners and boys and girls out of parent supervisions. Okay, the other findings, pregnancy out of feeding was one of the triggers of early marriage. This happened not only in remote area, but also in the cities, even in Jakarta as the capital city of the state of Indonesia. Female pregnancy students carry a heavy burden compared to the lesser responsibility experienced by their male counterparts. Parental, teachers, and school became reactive and blamed the students, boys and girls, who experience adultery. Parents make the decisions to marry off their daughters early for two primary reasons. One, to prevent pregnancy out of wedlock, and then the second, to ensure compliance with religious doctrines. Okay. From the descriptions of finding above, several important conclusions from the study was First, until now, we stated that women's opportunities to obtain the decent education still face problems. This is not caused by the school being far from home or because schools are scarce as it was a long time ago, but because of early marriage. There are many contributing factors. One of the most related to the religious manners is worried about their adult daughters committing adultery. Marriage is a solution to avoid adultery, and the adultery itself had been contributed to the early pregnancy and lead to early marriage. Those women who experience early marriage search for informal ways to continue experiencing education and get skill for their life. Okay, this is the presentations of my team. Hopefully it's useful and we ask for response from participants and audience. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.